Chapter 62 A Pirate's Life for Me. Summary. It's not like they've got anything better to do on their way home. What the fuck, Deku? Katsuki barks, suddenly on his feet. He hadn't meant to stand, but he just couldn't believe what that goody two-shoes Deku had just said. The Greenette waved his hands frantically. I'm just asking. Being part of an organization could really be good for us, and I just want to get all the information available. Wait, Dinky said, wide-eyed. I was gonna ask if we could become space pirates, but I was sure you were gonna say it was dumb. You'd actually let us be space pirates? Katsuki couldn't believe what he was hearing. This was bullshit. They couldn't trust these bastards. It was best for them to stay in the shadows while they made their way home. Not whatever this was. Yes! Katsuki jolted at the sudden appearance of Mei. We have to join them. Think about all the amazing babies they might have. It appeared that Katsuki wasn't the only one startled by the gremlin's sudden appearance, as Izuku was clutching his heart. How long have you been there, Mei? He wheezed. Mei just smiled. I think I'm with Deku on this one, Ochako hesitantly declared. There was something odd about how she eyed Deku, but Katsuki ignored it for now, more focused on how the idiot thought this was a good idea. Having support is super important, and we could definitely use some. I'm in, Mina cheered. Katsuki was about to make another rebuttal when the leader bitch spoke up again. Hold on. Joining the guild isn't that easy. And aren't you guys a bit young? I don't know exactly what counts as kits for your species, but I can smell you're still relatively young. This is a serious thing. You could die doing the things we do. Plus, pirates are enemies of the Galactic Alliance. You'd be criminals. Deku shrugged. We can handle ourselves, and it's not like we're exactly in the government's favor, given... He trailed off. Good. At least Deku isn't about to out themselves as Terrans. Good. At least Deku isn't about to out them as Terrans. But in the silence, Katsuki catches an odd, knowing look from the aliens. He narrows his eyes. Well, the leader cautiously says, even if you wanted to join, the guild only accepts crews with a reputation. It's a no greenies allowed zone. They need to know you can take care of and think for yourselves. Plus, they need to know you understand what you're getting into, which I doubt you do. Now this, Katsuki scoffs at. He doesn't want to join their shitty pirate club, but this alien doesn't know what they're talking about. You said you dealt with traffickers, right? Katsuki didn't wait for an answer. We've dealt with them before. We're not weak. You got that green bitch? We could kick your asses. Izuku shot him an exacerbated look. Well, Kachan could have said that better. He's right. We've dealt with things like this before, even back on our home planet. We were actually training in school to deal with things like this before we were interrupted. What I mean to say is that we can handle ourselves. Yeah, Dinky chimed. Don't feel bad. This is basically an exchange program for us. The leader bitch gave an exacerbated sigh. You kids are not giving up on this, are you? They simultaneously shook their heads no, with an added middle finger from Katsuki, even though he knows they won't understand. That's fine. It's just like cursing someone out in a language they don't understand. Still satisfying in its own way. If you're serious, I suggest listening out for distress calls from planets who the Alliance has neglected. Oh, and a tip if you're going to be messing around on strange planets. Don't be so trusting. We appreciate that you helped us, but with as naive as you all are, you can't afford to give out unearned trust. Kotsky felt slightly vindicated when the others wilted a bit. Even these strangers were saying he was right about how stupid they've been. Maybe this would mean they'd actually listen to him. Once you've made a good name for yourselves, contact the guild here. She extended a glossy hand, clutching a business card of sorts, towards Deku, who took it without hesitation. Deku stared at it for a few seconds, blankly, before looking back at the alien. We can't read. The green alien drags an exacerbated hand down their smooth face, letting it rest just below their mouth. You need to be able to read if you want to have any chance on getting into the guild. We'll do that then, Deku replies, with a guilty smile. The group finishes the last of their food, putting out the fire and separating into their groups. The 4 adults, the glowy bitch having returned when Mei did, waved them off with well wishes before their ship rose into the sky and disappeared into the starry expanse. Kotsky flopped into his chair, back on their ship, staring at the ceiling. Guess they're gonna be space pirates. Whoop-de-fucking-do.